Today's very interesting news about Christian Horner has now completely changed his tune on Toto Wolff flirting with Max Verstappen. Christian Horner and Toto Wolff are two of the biggest rivals in the Formula One paddock. They head up two of the sport's powerhouse teams in Red Bull and Mercedes. And the F1 driver who must leave his team at all costs before it's too late. Isack Hadjar appears to be next in line for a seat at Red Bull but must leave before that opportunity even comes his way. For more information, watch the video. We also have some equally interesting F1 news. So, stay tuned until the end to find out all. Welcome to DMAX F1 channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell to get the latest information. Christian Horner has now completely changed his tune on Toto Wolff flirting with Max Verstappen. The animosity between the two peaked during the 2021 season when Max Verstappen went head-to-head with Lewis Hamilton for the World Championship. The bitter tussle went all the way to the season finale and Verstappen won out. Since then, Mercedes haven't been able to topple the Dutchman. Instead, a resurgent McLaren have emerged as the team most likely to end the Verstappen dynasty. But the political war between Wolff and Horner has played out in a different theater instead. Now the Austrian is trying to sign Verstappen, who's under contract until 2028 but is widely believed to have an exit clause in his deal. Speaking just over a year ago, Horner hit out at Wolff for publicly disclosing an interest in Verstappen. He may have viewed this as disrespectful and understandably bristled at the idea of losing an all-time great driver. Pointing out that Mercedes were lagging behind engine customers McLaren and Aston Martin at the time, he sent a rather brutal, hands-off message to Wolff. His time would be better spent perhaps focusing on the team rather than the driver market, Horner said via BBC Sport. But now, in an interview with The Telegraph during the Canadian Grand Prix weekend, Horner was far more measured. He was asked whether he understands why Wolff is flirting with Verstappen, and McLaren's Zak Brown called his manager in the winter. It's unclear why exactly Horner has completely changed his tune. Perhaps he's now more relaxed about Verstappen's future. Mercedes may have to postpone their Verstappen pursuit, with the Brackley outfit expected to retain their current pairing of George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. Aston Martin have also been heavily linked, but both of their drivers are under contract. What's more, Verstappen clearly feels a certain loyalty to Red Bull. He's defended the team after the strategic mishaps that preceded his controversial clash with George Russell in Spain. Verstappen ended an interview with Ted Kravitz because he felt the Sky Sports journalist had unfairly singled out Stephen Knowles, tasked with making judgment calls on the regulations. Horner will appreciate his commitment to maintaining unity. The F1 driver who must leave his team at all costs before it's too late. Having lost the Formula 2 championship in such heartbreaking fashion last season, there were doubts about Isack Hadjar's probability of success in Formula 1. Those doubts grew stronger after the French-Algerian driver spun out of the Australian Grand Prix, leaving him in tears after his series debut with Racing Bulls. Since then, Hadjar has been stunningly good. The 20-year-old has made himself a strong choice as this season's best rookie driver, even outperforming the likes of Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli. As such, his name has been brought up as a possible second Red Bull driver next season alongside Max Verstappen. Not many expected Hadjar to outperform Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda this season, not only during those drivers' stints at Racing Bulls but also in the second Red Bull seat, but his consistency has been making headlines over the last few races. However, there is a growing yet ironic concern, since that success has vaulted him into consideration for a Red Bull promotion. Driving for Red Bull, the best team in Formula One over the last few years, is something that no driver views lightly. But driving the team's second car alongside Verstappen has not had pleasant results, even dating back to the middle of Sergio Perez's 2023 season. While the exact reasons are unknown, speculation suggests the car is geared in such a way that the Dutchman's style allows him to get the most out of it, while everybody else is left struggling. The Sky Sports F1 team have warned Hadjar of a promotion up to Red Bull, even going so far as labeling it a potential career-destroying one. They seemingly want him to sign anywhere else once his contract with Racing Bulls is up. The warnings are necessary as the second Red Bull car has not had nearly the success of Verstappen, regardless of the driver. The fact that they have had three different drivers over the last half-season illustrates that performance deficit. Perez's struggles in 2024 cost Red Bull a third straight Constructor Championship. Lawson had a very rough start to 2025 and was replaced very quickly. Now Tsunoda is also struggling and performing worse than he did with the sister team, and he too is likely to get replaced come 2026. There's a saying that the seat is cursed, which is why Hadjar should heed this warning.